number 6, Zach Sylvia. With Ken and Chris, sister Alex, and brother Peyton and Peter. Big man.
Poor Alex in the middle. Let me in.
Yeah, ski.
Good game. Next up, number 17, Frankie Ames. With parents Lisa and Mike, and brother Mikey. You did name Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey. Don't fall. Hey, buddy. Yo, Mikey was about to fall.
Congratulations to our 3 senior members. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's contest between the Oliver Ames Tigers and the Brockton Boxers. At this time, I'd like to announce the starting lineups. For the Tigers, number 31, in goal, Owen Connor. At defense, number 17, Matt McCormick. At defense, number 8, Adam Healy. At left wing, number 18, Brett Williams. At center, number 12, Max Ward. And at right wing, number 6, Colin Vaughn. And the rest of the Tigers. In goal for the Brockton Boxers, wearing number 30, Nathan Petty. At defense, number 6, Zach Sylvia. Also at defense, number 16, Justin Kirshen. At left wing, number 17, Frank Ayton. At center, number 20, Jaden Bridges. And at right wing, number 5, Peter Sylvia. And the rest of the boxers. At this time, we'd like everyone to please stand for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, hockey fans of all ages,
Thank you.
this is AZF Arena, home of the Brockton Boxers, and today it is the last game of the regular season here at AZF Arena as the cross-border rivals Oliver Ames Tigers from Easton take on the Boxers. We were just told some breaking news from head coach Chris Cunningham. The Boxers had to win the last 4 games of their season in order to make the MIAA South Sectional playoffs. They lost their first opportunity against Norwood 5-2. Prayers are answered, and the MIAA informed the Boxers that they will in fact be in the MIAA playoffs because the Big Three division dissolved so late before the season started that Brockton did not have an opportunity to join another division. So the assumption was Brockton beat Durfee twice. They would have won the division. So they're in. The team is pretty excited about that. They don't have a real strategy. They were told just a few days ago and haven't had too much time to prepare. But it is senior night here, and all three seniors for the Boxers on the ice. Frank Ayton, the senior and leading goal scorer for the Boxers. Justin Cruikshank and Zach Sylvia, the defensive pairing. They're joined alongside with Peter Sylvia and Jalen Bridges on the top line. Oliver Ames is wearing their visiting black jerseys with white trim around the orange numbers. Brockton in their home whites, red trim around the black numbers. As always, for the last time here at AZF Arena this year, I am Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside a couple of broadcast partners today. Alex Wish, Brockton High School alumnus, cross-country and track star, owner of perhaps the greatest comeback in Brockton High track history, and Isaac Litt. Guys, you never know with the playoffs looming when you thought you were eliminated, and then you're told maybe 15 minutes before the last game against Norwood that you're in fact going to be in the tournament. What does that do for mindset? You come in kind of depressed, like this game means nothing, and then all of a sudden you're in the tournament.
True.
Well, I'd say it's a huge momentum shift for the Boxers. It gives them the mindset that this is not the last game for our seniors, and we have another shot in the playoffs to try and prove ourselves, to try and turn things around. You know, that news is actually pretty big. I mean, it throws you off at first because at first you're depressed, but then you're saying, hey, you're in the playoffs, and it's like,
Something to
wow,
play for.
okay, all right, let's change our mindset a little bit.
Isaac, for the Boxers, they've had not a great situation at goaltender for the entire year. Nathan Petty started off the year as the starter, went the first 15 games, subpar numbers. They replaced him with a freshman. The freshman has now been benched again after having 3 or 4 subpar starts. Petty's back in tonight.
I'm going to go with experience. That's always the way to go. I think that Petty can really...
And Brockton's on the board early. It was a weird shot that came from Zach Sylvia, and it was tipped home. The Boxers are celebrating. And I believe it's going to be credited to Zach Sylvia. 13:23 left to go in the first period. And Brockton, for the entire season, save for the Durfee Hilltoppers, have scored first.
And with that, I don't think you need to worry so much about any instability at goaltending.
Well, it gives the goaltender, a little bit of comfort right now. He has a lead now, so maybe, now he can protect that lead. Something they haven't had all year, what Matt just said.
True that, Alex. I think he can really settle down with a bit of a safety net, no pun intended.
And we'll see how long that takes, though. So hopefully Boxers have good defense, and they keep the puck down on that end of the ice.
Well, we mentioned Nathan Petty, the starting goaltender for the Tigers. The sophomore, number 31, Owen Connor, the son of the Brockton trainer, Jerry Connor.
Ah, interesting.
Brockton sending out their top line again. After the last game, the scoring race was between 2 players, Frank Ayton and Zach Sylvia. And Ayton had the lead by 1. Coming into this game with 12 goals on the year, Sylvia with 11. Now Peyton Sylvia, as Petty unable to stop it, rebound opportunities blocked away by Nathan Petty, and the whistles blow.
Well, as you were saying earlier, Matt, that Petty, has a subpar record, and just looking at him in net, he didn't look comfortable on that at all. He was too far out of the net.
The Boxers coming in at 6-11. A better record than we've seen them get into the tournament in years past, where they only had to beat Durfee and New Bedford each twice. They once got into the South Sectional bracket with 3 wins on the year. So some positive momentum for the Boxers as Peter Sylvia got the call up to the top line. He was centering the third line. He is now playing alongside Frank Ayton and Jalen Bridges. Brockton likes to roll with 2 lines and get the third line in there when the opportunity comes. They do have 4 lines. The 4th line rarely sees the ice. When you're relying on really 6 forwards for the majority of the game, what does that do for their confidence as well as their energy? At the end of the game, after skating for half an hour, the legs kind of get tired.
This is why I'm not a hockey coach, or I don't know what Brockton's strategy is, but I mean, who knows? You can never know what you could get with a 4th line in hockey. A 4th line could really help out the 1st line and the 2nd line, those first 3 lines. But I don't know why the coach for Brockton doesn't utilize that enough. Test some guys out, see how they are on the ice, see how they can fit into another role. That's how the NHL works. The 4th line is the experiment line.
Speaking of position shifts, the Boxers have taken Al Birmingham off of defense, where he was the left slot on the 2nd defensive pairing for the majority of the year.
It's a nice move to the net.
Kirkshank blocked away. But Al Birmingham has been promoted up to left wing. Peyton Sylvia, who was the left wing on that top line between Bridges and Ayton, is back on defense. Icing called against Oliver Ames. 10:16 to go in the first period. It's 1-0 Boxers on top. The goal from Zach Sylvia to tie him with Ayton for the team lead. A couple of games left for the Brockton Boxers, all of which on the road. On the slate, the Walpole Rebels and the Natick Redhawks. Both of those teams, Walpole coming off a Super 8 berth last year, and the Redhawks are hoping to get into the Super 8 tournament this year. So a couple of very tough matchups coming up for the Boxers.
I tell you what, if the offense plays like it is tonight, I think they have a good shot. They've been fielding the puck very cleanly, getting shots on goal. I think that if a bit lopsided, I think they're playing a very clean game of hockey.
Exactly 5 minutes into the first period. Ben Martin creating separation. Peyton Sylvia pounds it far corner. The Boxers have to tag up. Now Oliver Ames with it behind Owen Connor. Brockton taking it over. That's number 15, Dante Massaro, the freshman. Now the Boxers rolling their 4th line. Oliver Ames with it as Bridges tries to chase it down. This one off the board. Sylvia able to keep it in. And Oliver Ames never really lost possession, but hasn't been able to clear out of their net. This one blocked away by a skate in front. Ayton comes away with it, sends it behind to Jalen Bridges. Oliver Ames finally able to carry it into the neutral zone. They will dump and change. Zach Sylvia by far the leader for the Boxers in ice time per game, averaging around 25 minutes out of the 45. As we're going to have a penalty called. Icing against the Boxers. I looked quickly, I saw the arm up in a whistle. I thought it was a penalty.
Happens.
Of course, our cameraman, Mike the Postman Simmons, tapped my shoulder and said penalty, so that doesn't hurt.
Uh-huh.
8:42 to go in the first. It's even strength. Justin Crookshank off the faceoff for the Boxers. He turns it over to Max Ward, the junior forward for the Tigers. Peter Sylvia now on the far boards. Oliver Ames comes away with the puck. Ward can't fire off a shot.
Great defense right there. Great, get in front of that shot.
Sylvia with a whole head of steam, can't get it to his brother Peter. And Bridges is having his stick held, begging for a call. He's not going to get it. And Oliver Ames comes away with the puck.
2-on-2. Nope, offsides.
Against the Tigers. Peyton Sylvia replaces Zach on defense. And it's Nick Landry, L. Birmingham, and Nathan L. Chimie for the Boxers. Oliver Ames winning the faceoff. The quick shot into the glove of Nathan Petty, and he holds on for the faceoff. Petty's only been tested a few times early in this game, guys, but he's looked strong after that first shaky save.
I agree. He's held it up nicely.
Well, his defense has been working for him. His defense has been getting the puck out of the zone, and they've been really working in this end to not let OA get any opportunity, any great opportunity.
Exactly halfway through the first period, the score remains 1-0 Boxers on top, but pressuring now is Michael Mikuchik.
It looked like it was an offsides. Close. Refs didn't single it.
Brockton, Nick Landry carrying it out into the neutral zone. Now Crookshank, D-to-D to Peyton Sylvia. Sylvia chipping it up, looking for Landry, doesn't connect. Oliver Ames takes over. Crookshank has it right back on the near face-off dot.
Good back checking, good stick work.
Ill-informed pass, this one sent out into the slot. Oliver Ames firing off a shot, another save by Petty. Unable to control the rebound, however. Oliver Ames still with possession. Peyton backhanding it to the half boards. Oliver Ames pumping it back in. Relentless pressure for the last 60 seconds or so for the Tigers. Al Birmingham putting on his defense hat for just a minute. His clearing pass doesn't make it out of the zone. Now the Boxers have numbers up ice if they can get possession. Unable to do so. Matt McCormick able to pump it back towards the Boxer zone. A shot and a save off the blocker of Nathan Petty. Brockton, their defense was playing so well for the first 6 minutes of this period.
Yeah, just as of late, Matt, they have sort of let it slip a bit. They let OA get some opportunities, and they clear the puck.
This one sent all the way down. No icing because it was into the 4x6 hole, saved by Owen Connor.
That was good right there to get it on net, not to get an icing, have it come all the way back again. Good for the Boxers right there.
Massaro goes down. He took an elbow up high, no call. Now Zach Sylvia around for Peyton. Peyton back to Zach. A little bit too far. Oliver Ames fires off a shot that goes well wide. The physicality act very, very quickly picking up in intensity early in this game. 5 minutes to go in the first period.
You know what they say about cats and dogs living together.
The fun thing about that statement is that both of these teams call AZF Arena home.
Really?
Shot in, this one wide.
OA doesn't have a
Oliver Ames
rink.
does not have
Can you
a
see?
rink. AZF is the home of Oliver Ames, Brockton, and Stoughton.
Stone, I knew.
Now Crookshank into the offensive zone, leaving it behind for Peter Sylvia, his shot well wide. Oliver Ames carrying through the neutral zone. Chipping it in was number 22. That is Rory Madden. Madden launches a shot that went off the side of the apron. Might have hit a pad at some point. A shoving match
Got a little
ensues.
scuffle. A little howdy-do.
Donnybrook.
Regardless, this one stays out of the Brockton net, and we'll have a face-off in the Oliver Ames offensive zone.
So if both teams consider this a home ice,
No,
does that consider it neutral ice?
good point. No home team or road team in this one.
Well, it's certainly more neutral than the Brockton Boxers soccer team's neutral site state semifinal against St. John's Prep, where the game was played at Marciano Stadium.
So that's not a neutral game. Neutral site.
Normally, in the MIAA playoffs, the neutral site is Gallo Arena down in Bourne. This is always a weird matchup because both teams do call AZF home. It rotates every year. So we always cover every other year one away game. But it's here at AZF Arena.
What a sport.
Justin Crookshank D to Al Birmingham, who was flipped back on defense for a moment until Zach Sylvia got out there. Frank Ayton, who has not had a ton of playing time early, as Oliver Ames tags up Brockton with the puck. Zach Sylvia carrying in. Sylvia trying to get it back to the point for Nathan El-Shami. Does just that. El-Shami able to keep it in, but a good stick for one of the Tigers. Able to poke it out into the neutral zone. It was Hunter Costello. Now Peyton whiffing on the clearing attempts, and Oliver Ames unable to get an offensive opportunity. A shot now from
Nice save by Petty.
Brett Williams right into the boxer head on Nathan Petty's chest. 2:05 to go in the first period. Brockton starting off strong. Now looking to hold on to that 1-goal lead.
Yeah, they haven't done much on the other end of the ice for offense. They've sort of just, been holding on, making sure that Oliver Ames doesn't, try to score. Oliver Ames has been picking up the pace a little bit.
You can see the anger building a little bit with the added physicality as of late.
Nick Landry off the boards, left the puck behind for Birmingham, who picks it up, trying to create some space, launches a pass over to El-Shami. That one didn't connect. Now to the point. Birmingham
Got an
fired it
on-man
off.
rush.
Pad save by Petty again. The rebound control of Petty has been the problem on his lackluster starts this season, and it looks to be a factor again here tonight.
Yeah, the rebounds right now have been in his favor. He's literally pushed it aside, or his teammates are there to get the rebound away from any OA players.
1 minute left to play in the period.
1 minute to go in the first period. It's 1-0 Boxers. The goal from Zach Sylvia. Oliver Ames, for the last 8 minutes, has had countless opportunities, all of which have been stopped by the Boxers' defense and Nathan Petty.
Taking a
Punishing hit by Jalen Bridges. But Oliver Ames retaining possession. The shot off the post for number 15.
Lucky that wasn't a goal.
That was some mustard on that one.
Ross Carroll, the freshman, putting it off the crossbar. Now on the other end, and Peter Sylvia puts it in.
Wow. Great goal.
17.5 to go in the first period. It's going to be Peter Sylvia from Frank Ayton, and the Boxers have a 2-goal lead.
Well, good turnaround by the Brockton Boxers after OA was down in their zone. They quickly got the puck back into the offensive zone, and they quickly put it in the net right before this period ended.
That's how you be opportunistic.
very opportunistic. Took advantage.
Guys, the momentum has shifted. I would have given the first round to Oliver Ames had the period ended with a 1-0 lead for Brockton, because they've really dominated since the 9-minute mark.
All that matters is the scoreboard, Matt.
You see it all the time, Isaac. You know, you see teams that are so great have the puck, be doing shots all period long, and none of that matters unless you put it in the back of the net. None of it matters. And the Brockton Boxers know that. Now they're looking at a 2-0 lead
It also
going into the period.
It also helps in the late game because although that early effort might tire out Oliver Ames later.
True.
Time of the goal, 17 seconds. That's
So we only completely whiffed on the official scoring. It's Jalen Bridges assisted by Zach Sylvia. And at the same time, there was a penalty called on number 19 of the Tigers, Michael Nikuchik, a 2-minute minor for holding. So Brockton will have about 1 minute and 45 seconds of power play time on a fresh sheet of ice. Guys, they could extend this lead to 3.
Yeah, I mean, all depending on, you know, how well you come out for the second period. But you're going to have a fresh sheet of ice coming for the second period, which is great. You know, can move the puck very smoothly. And once you get it set up in the offensive zone, you know, you could get something really going.
Isaac, Brockton coming into the first break with a 2-goal lead. What did you see in that first period, and what does Brockton have to clean up if they want to retain the lead and come away with the win here?
They just got to keep getting angrier, I think. This is a huge swing. Big difference from a team that before this game looked like they were only going to be playing for the seniors.
It's 2-0 at the first intermission. Brockton on top. The goals, Jalen Bridges and Zach Sylvia over the Oliver Ames Tigers. We're going to step aside, take a short break, and bring you second period action right after this.
It's not always easy being a dad.
Do you have panda asthma too? Does that run in the family? This is the home of the most priceless kung fu artifacts.
But when you make an effort,
Dad, we're not supposed to touch anything. Oh, sorry. Go along, son.
it's always worth it.
Whoa, master!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I am gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Oh, hey. She's cute. Nice going, man. Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, hockey fans of all ages, welcome back into AZ Alpha Arena for second period action between the Oliver Ames Tigers and your Brockton Boxers. Once again, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside Alex Wish, Isaac Litt for senior day here for Brockton. The score is 2-0 coming into this second period. It is even strength, but there is a Tiger in the box. That is number 19, Michael Nikuchik, who was called for a holding before Brockton scored that goal with 17.5 seconds left. So there's no change in manpower there. However, Nikuchik has been one of the top contributors to the Tigers' offense tonight, guys. Brockton can really capitalize with him in the box for the next 2 minutes.
Let's hope.
Yeah, well, right now they're trying to get the puck in the offensive zone, but, you know, it's not really working. That's an icing right there, so it'll come back.
Icing indeed called on the Boxers. Only 3 seniors on this Boxers team. There's never an astounding amount of seniors. I think the most we've ever seen on one team is 5. But 3 this year, they are the 2 top scorers, Frank Ayton and Zach Sylvia, as well as the number 2 defenseman behind Zach Sylvia, Justin Crookshank. And now this is Al Birmingham in with speed. His shot well wide. Nick Landry trying to grab it, unsuccessful. It's taken by Eric LeBlanc, the senior for the Tigers, who carries it into the Brockton zone. This game picking up in physicality. The puck has been lost, wound up in someone's pads. So face off. Icing waved off. It's a deflection against the Oliver Ames Tigers. Landry riding Ryan Gottwald into the boards and now poking it in. Some nifty stick work.
Swing and a miss.
Sylvia. Sylvia dancing on the blue line, able to keep it in. And onside for the Boxers. This one is going from 0 to 60 real quick. Now sticks flying around on the benches and players are ducking for cover. This one deflected into the protective netting in the neutral zone. Mikuchik comes out of the box. Winning the face-off. This is Max Ward. Can't control it on his backhand. Now set all the way down for Julian Krauski. He sent it back towards the Boxers' end of the ice. Puck battle on the boards in the far corner. 12:10 to go in the second period. Score remains 2-0, Brockton on top. Have a whistle, and it's going to be a slashing call
on Brockton.
That is Massaro in the box for 2 minutes. Oliver Ames' first power play opportunity of the night comes with just under 12 minutes to go in the second period.
Well, you know what they say about a 2-goal lead. It's the worst lead in hockey. So if OA can score here, it gives them all the momentum to try and tie this game up.
We've seen some blown leads in this season, most notably what everybody chalked up as an easy win against St. Peter Marion, where St. Peter scored twice in the last 4 minutes to take a 4-3 lead and sealed it. Brockton was up 3-1 at one point in that game. Crookshank slapping it all the way around the boards back to the OA blue line where it's taken by Brett Williams. Brockton able to clear it back down once again. 1 minute to go on the power play, 11 minutes even in the second period. 4-on-2 into the Boxer zone, a shot, glove save Petty. Again, the rebound control is a problem. Oliver Ames gets a secondary opportunity, but Petty was able to snag the puck. This game, I think, ultimately is going to come down to rebound control, and can Oliver Ames pounce on one of the loose pucks that Petty gives up? Kuchik with a shot. This one loose and off the chin of Petty,
Oh,
and he dives on the
Good
rebound.
save.
As you were saying, the rebound control there again
Or
is
lack thereof.
just scary. And it's they had a golden opportunity right there, and I'm shocked that didn't go into the back of the net.
That's what a bend but don't break defense does.
Shot, a rebound, and a score for Oliver Ames.
There you go.
The
rebound control.
It's going to be number 18, Brett Williams, the junior forward. Number 22 getting in there as well, Rory Madden. And Oliver Ames is on the board.
Guess I better knock on the wooden bench for whenever I talk about a defense.
Defense was not that good right there. Did not work well to get that puck out. And they let their goalie suffer. Petty suffered that last attack.
10:33. That's 22 from 6 and 19.
Rory Madden credited with the goal, 2 assists, Michael Nikuchik and Colin Bourne. On Oliver Ames' first tally of the night, it's 2-1 with 10.5 to go in the second period.
So now this gives OA some good motivation here in the second period, and possibly for the rest of the game, because now they're on the board. Now let the floodgates open up for OA.
They've certainly been playing the faster game this evening, so they can capitalize on this momentum.
And Brockton started off great, but OA has really caught on to their style of play.
Glove save, Petty holds
No
on.
rebound
for the
there.
faceoff. The last couple saves when we were really digging into the rebound control, if you stick the glove up, there's no rebound.
That could be
They
a
all
strategy
hit his
to
chest
take.
or his helmet and bounce straight out into the slot. If you let it hit your chest and put your glove on your chest, there's no rebound, and there's a face-off.
You could try your luck with all those face-offs, but at some point, one of them might get you just like a rebound would.
The focus for the Boxers in practice this week was offensive zone face-offs specifically.
They haven't been getting too many.
Well, they'll get one here.
Let's see if they can.
Goalie covered, so we'll see what we can get.
Losing the offensive zone face-off, it is Adam Healy getting it up to Brett Williams. Offensive opportunity, backhand shot
Off
off
the
the helmet,
post.
loose in the slot. And it trickles all the way down to the Oliver Ames face-off dot.
Tell you, Brockton is so lucky right now to still have this lead, because that could have easily been in the back of the net.
Off the helmet of a diving Petty as this one deflects up into the protected netting. It'll be an offensive zone face-off for the Boxers, 8:42 to go in the second.
That's a little bit of something. If they were practicing offensive zone face-offs, then this is their second one. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Al-Shabi's going to take this, so he bounces from wing to center. Birmingham is the opposite. OA coming away with another face-off win, but it will be icing on the Tigers.
Try that again.
8:32 left as 10 seconds bled off between face-offs. And OA 3 for 3 on the offensive zone face-offs for Brockton. Landry able to keep it in momentarily. Zach Sylvia tried to go between the legs. And now Oliver Ames into the Brockton zone with numbers 3-on-2. A shot, pad save by Petty. And Brockton able to carry out. Birmingham tags up to get the Boxers back on sides. Landry trying to poke at it. Birmingham comes in for another layer. Oliver Ames is still able to send it into the neutral zone, and now a shot might have gone off the wrist of Petty to the end boards. El-Shami leaving it behind. Clean hit there for Crookshank to create separation between a Tiger and the puck. He lost his twig in the process. And now Crookshank in, has it poked away by number 8 of the Tigers, Adam Healy. A pile up on the near boards. It's going to be too many men against the Boxers. There were 6 Boxers on the ice. And Landry headed to the box to serve out the bench minor for Brockton.
Can't take a careless penalty like that right now when OA has most of the momentum right now.
You got to wonder how something like that happens. The play is 4.5 feet away from the Boxers bench, and all 5 players were in on the boards at the Oliver Ames blue line.
Brockton penalty, a 2-minute minor, bench minor for too many players on the ice.
So it's a 2-minute minor penalty, too many men for the Boxers. Landry is serving it out. Oliver Ames unsuccessful on their first power play attempt. And Brockton killing off the first half a minute of this one very successfully. Ayton even with an offensive opportunity. And Brockton's going to have an offensive zone face-off.
Once again.
Shorthanded. It's going to be Birmingham, Ayton on the forwards, and Zach Sylvia and Crookshank on defense. Ayton winning the face-off, but Oliver Ames taking possession. And it's Brett Williams behind the OA net. A shot, this one zings wide. Brockton trying to create some more pressure. Birmingham skating with gusto, trying to chase down this puck. Able to poke it, he goes down, and we're gonna have a penalty. And it's gonna be tripping, and excellent work, guys, by Al Birmingham to get this to a 4-on-4.
Very good effort by him. Very good effort to draw that penalty. You know, try and get that puck away from him, attack him, and he was able to get the puck away and, you know, draw the penalty.
It's Max Ward, the junior, headed to the box, so it'll be 4-on-4 for the next minute 3. After that, Brockton's going to have 57 seconds of power play time.
Tiger penalty, number 12, a 2-minute minor for interference.
Offsides against the Tigers. Interference is the official call on Ward. I would have gone for tripping.
Yeah,
I'm not wearing
I could
stripes.
see tripping. That's more of a tripping call to me.
Birmingham setting that one all up, creating pressure on the puck. Oliver Ames forced to make a bad pass. Birmingham took over and tried to skate into the OA zone, and he was tripped up by Ward. As Ward went diving to the ice, Birmingham tripped over him. This one deflected wide. 30 seconds on the 4-on-4, 5:41 to go in the period. Soft shot from the point, this one goes wide. Number 17 on the rebound attempt, Matthew McCormick. His shot unsuccessful, now 2-on-1 up ice for the Boxers. Jalen Bridges able to get past his man. Bridges trying to backhand it into the slot. Nobody on the receiving end as the puck was blocked away by the Tigers. 10 seconds left on the 4-on-4 as this one goes all the way down the ice. Saved by Petty, and he gets it to Justin Crookshank. And the Boxers are on the power play for the next 55 seconds.
It's a good little chunk of time.
Good little chunk of time if they did have in the offensive zone right now. Let's see what they can do right here on this rush.
Up to Nathan El-Shami. Shami promoted to the second line for today's matchup. This one flipped out and unable to keep it in. It's going to be a breakaway
Oh,
for
boy.
Brett Williams. Williams in alone. Deeks in, backhand score.
Wow.
Brett Williams unassisted. A turnover at the blue line for Peyton Sylvia, who couldn't get it in his glove on one knee, and Brett Williams making no mistake. It's a short-handed goal for the Tigers to tie it up with 4:40 to go in the second period.
As Alex said, 2-score lead.
Yep. They have been the better team this second period.
Overrated Tiger goal scored by number 18, unassisted. The goal.
Now Brockton has to try and, answer. They've let up a 2-goal lead, and they got to answer.
They're not playing as cleanly as the beginning of the game.
That one goes right through everybody into the back. Back to even strength. A shot, a rebound attempt.
Wow.
And this one goes wide. Ayton teed one up from the far face-off dot. Now Sylvia pounces on it, and it's taken by Ward fresh out of the box. 2-on-1, but Brockton able to take over. Now 3-on-1 back the other way. Oliver Ames creating separation again, and now finally settling it down and sending it all the way down for an icing. It's the Brockton Boxers, 3:46 to go in the second period. We're all tied up at 2. Short-handed goal for Brett Williams, the latest tally in this one.
Tell you that, it wasn't very smart, that last goal. Brockton trying to get the puck, trying to stabilize the puck, but couldn't. Because he had opposition around him. You have opposition around you, it puts pressure on you to try and contain that puck, and he couldn't.
And it creates opportunities for OA, the same opportunities that the Boxers were getting in the first period.
OA able to keep this one in the zone. We're back to 5-on-5. Petty. The other aspect of that goal is Petty just got completely undressed.
Oh my God, yeah.
Brett Williams went left. Petty was already halfway to the right. And Williams had an empty net.
Yeah. Totally fooled him. Forget the rebound control. Rebound control was out of the door on that.
Yeah, you got to make an initial save to create a rebound.
Right. You just saw another weakness of the Brockton Boxers goalie.
One would expect if this one continues that we would see the freshman Ryan Spano for the third period. This shot goes well high. Petty is the biggest of the three, easily has the most experience.
What I would say, hope for the Boxers, excuse me, is that they can get a late period goal like they did in the first period.
17.5 to go in the first.
Right, and maybe this team is capable of getting possession late in the period like that.
This is Zach Sylvia losing an edge, but spinning it over to Ben Martin. Martin over to Brendan Palermo. Palermo fighting for it, getting away from 3 Tigers. Good work by Brendan Palermo. Now Martin puts a hit to move the puck, but it's taken by Eric LeBlanc. And now it hits the protective netting. We'll have a center ice face-off with 2:15 to go in the second period. Bridges backhanding it off the glass into the zone. Peter Sylvia, Ayton, and Bridges. Gonna have a high stick called against the Tigers. Offensive zone face-off for Brockton. Ayton tripped up. This is not going to be a call. Peyton Sylvia launching one. His shot pad saved by Connor. Now Peyton Sylvia overstepping. It could be a 2-on-1 for the Tigers. Brockton able to take possession but Ward gets it right back for OA. Brockton 3-on-2 off ice.
Something.
It's Ayton, his shot, a stick save by Connor. And he's able to cover as a couple of players were poking away.
That was a nice rush by Brockton. That was a good rush. Try and, you know, keep the puck away from the OA defender. Try and get it to the net. You gotta get shots on net here. Try and get a lead. Get shots on net any way you can.
Speaking of shots on net, right off the faceoff for Ayton. Off the knob of the stick of Connor. It's icing against the Tigers. And they'll bring it 200 feet down the ice for another offensive zone faceoff for Brockton. Winning the faceoff is Oliver Ames. Sylvia pumping a shot and deflected just over the crossbar. That was Nick Landry in the crease, wreaking havoc.
Nice hit right there to keep the puck in, away from OA possession.
Landry doing yeoman's work. Forward to the hash marks, and OA finally able to bring it all the way down the ice. There's 45 seconds to go in the second period. All tied up at 2. Oliver Ames in their best case scenario. With a
Here
tie
you go.
is Nathan El-Shami on a semi-break. El-Shami's shot is blocked away very nicely by Julian Krauski.
Good defensive play by Krauski.
And now it's a 4-on-2. Brockton catching Oliver Ames in a change. Connor makes the save. And it bounces into his gloves. And he holds on for the face-off. 16 seconds to go. Brockton with a couple of good offensive opportunities late.
Where have the Boxers been all period? And that they all of a sudden at the end of the period they like to emerge, try to make a stance, try to get a lead. That's what they did last period, and they're trying to do it again here.
This is going to be a 2-on-1 for the Tigers with 8 seconds to go, and unable to get a shot off. The pass was about 1.5 feet north of one of the Tigers. The buzzer sounds, and at the end of the second period, we are all tied up at 2. Oliver Ames dominating that period until there were 16 seconds left, guys. What does Brockton have to do to start the momentum before there's under a minute to go?
Well, I'll tell you what they got to do. They gotta play 15 minutes worth of hockey in a period. They can't let it all out the last 15, 16 seconds of a period. You have to play hard and strong the whole period, and that's Brockton didn't do that period.
Isaac, the Boxer goalkeeping has been an issue so far today. You think we're going to see Ryan Spano in for the third period, or do they stick with Petty?
In a true Patriot way, experience. I think that every stat still goes Petty's way.
Well, it's 2-2 at the end of 2. We're going to step aside, take a short break, and bring you third period action right after this.
You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Find support for your strength. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community.
Hey, Gabby, how you doing? How was the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way. Hey, guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going biking. Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, hockey fans of all ages, welcome back into AZF Arena for third period action between the Oliver Ames Tigers and the Brockton Boxers. Once again, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside by Alex Wish, Isaac Litt. It's 2-2 guys coming into this third period. Brockton has really slipped in their defensive playing since the first 7 minutes of this game. It's been all Oliver Ames since, with the exception of a couple of lucky bounces that led to Brockton goals. Alex, we'll start with you. What does Brockton have to do to pull away and get the lead back and get the win today?
Well, they're not going to play the last minute of the game and, well, save everything for the last minute. They got to play great right now. They got to play great for the next 14-26. And they have to have strong offensive possession. And on the other end, they have to take away the puck from away.
Isaac, we talked about the Brockton goalkeeping. It is Petty to start this third period. One would think if he gives up either a lot more rebounds that Oliver Ames could pounce on or another goal, we might see a change.
That might just do it, because then they need to make some sort of adjustment, if only to change up the momentum.
This one right through the legs of Petty. He's able to cover and squeeze the legs before the puck crossed the goal line. Oliver Ames saying it went in. They're not going to get that call.
Gonna have to bring the lawyers into it.
Well, the three seniors have had their impact here today. Zach Selvey, Justin Cruikshank, and Frank Ayton. This one between the legs of Petty's on his back, gets loose.
And that's not even on the moorings. And that's not even on the moorings before he shot that. The refs have to fix the net.
That is one of the staples of games here at AZF Arena. The nets are incredibly weak. It seems as though if somebody breathes in the general direction of the post, and you're right, it's about an inch off of the line.
Somebody has to tell the refs that, because that's not stable enough.
Brockton could use that to their advantage.
If I'm Petty, I'm just gonna kick it. Kick it back a few inches, get the refs to notice.
Yeah.
"13 minutes to go. The Brockton net's off its moorings. Nobody seems to care. Oliver Ames with it in the neutral zone. The two goal scorers for the Tigers, Brett Williams, Rory Madden. Williams' goal coming shorthanded on a breakaway. All it's going to take is one sliding save by Petty to try to get to the opposite post, and that net is going to full-fledged come off the moorings.
It's a bold strategy, Matt. Let's see if it pays off.
Of course, now the play should have been stopped 2 minutes ago. Not so the case. Oliver Ames catching the Boxers in a change, deflected off the skate of Cruikshank into the protective netting. And now the goaltender Petty is going to fix the net.
He has a future as a ref in this league.
A shot and a save by Petty, rebound attempt, and it's in! And Oliver Ames has taken the lead. They were down 2-0, and they've scored 3 unanswered.
They're picking up where they left off in the second period.
I don't see any activity on the Boxers bench. Doesn't look like they're going to make that adjustment at goaltender.
I believe it's going to be Colin Bourne, his second point of the day, adding a goal to an earlier assist.
Oliver Ames goal scored by number 12, assisted by number 13 and number 6. Time of the goal, 12.
Correction, it is Max Ward
13 and 6.
from Krowski and Bourne. Ward has his first goal of the night. 11:40 to go. It's 3-2 Oliver Ames. Brockton has just completely broken down.
I would say. They have not made the adjustments that OA has made to take control of this game. They started out great first period, but that's about it. Since then, they've sort of been lackluster.
They've gone from capitalizing on OA's mistakes to giving up mistakes of their own.
11 minutes to go in the third. Brockton now in a one-goal hole, as OA has scored 3 unanswered goals. An opportunity pounding away is Sylvia and Ayton, and it's going to stay out. Good work there by Owen Connor. High shot, this one bouncing down to the ice after the deflection. Sylvia spinning with it. He's taken down from behind. The arms stay down. Now Zach Sylvia pumping in. Away with it, and they're quite content to waste out as much of the clock as possible. Zach Sylvia gloving it down. Now Sylvia with it, weakly out into the neutral zone. Now Ayton with some space. Zach Sylvia able to keep it in at the blue line. Deflected shot into the netting off of the stick of Peter Sylvia, and we have a stoppage. .9:51 to go in the third period. Oliver Ames with the last 3 tallies. They've come from Max Ward, Brett Williams, and Rory Madden. Bridges and Sylvia with the 2 boxer goals as Connor makes another save and covers up for the face-off.
I like what the Boxers are trying to do here. They're trying to get that offensive pressure going. You know, not for saving it for the last minute. They're trying right now because they're down. You know? Last game of the season here at ACF. Can't hold anything back now.
OA coming away with it. A terrible angle shot, almost 180 degrees in a line with the boxer goal. El Shami trying to get it into boxer possession. He does. Crookshank is going to be offsides. 9:12 to go in the third. The Boxers are in the playoffs. They were told this about 15 minutes before the puck drop of the last game against Norwood, a game in which they thought they had to win to get in. And they were told just before that game that the MIAA said that since the Big 3 division, New Bedford folded their program very late after not being able to field a team, that Brockton didn't have a fair opportunity to join another division. So by virtue of beating Durfee twice, they get in by virtue of winning the de facto division title. So Brockton's in the playoffs. They'll have one game, most likely down at Gallo Ice Arena. We'll have it for you on Brockton Community Access. And as we very well know, guys, anything can happen in the playoffs. Last year, Brockton almost defeating defending state champion Franklin in their opening round matchup of the MIAA sectional playoffs. 3-2 the final score in that one. Eight minutes to go in the third period. Brockton's been on quite a skid lately. Their only win in their last 5 attempts is the Durfee Hilltoppers. And on a path to destruction, here is Nathan Petty has let up some big rebounds, and they've led to some goals for the Tigers.
Yep, that's the difference in this game.
This one hitting a glove on the Boxer bench. A defensive zone faceoff for Brockton. Seven and a half to go, exactly halfway through the third period. Oliver ends with yet another opportunity. This one going wide. Brockton's defense is floundering right now.
No, they're not getting those. They're not getting strong passes outside of the defensive zone. They're just lifting it up into the air very weakly. It's very weak. You know, they got to get better plays out of the zone.
Going to go for icing against the Boxers. 6:51 to go in the third. It's 3-2. OA on top of Brockton. The Boxers pretty much guaranteed will be one of the last 3 seeds in the South Sectional Tournament. There's a stick save by Petty, the rebound to the far corner.
You know, when you see Brockton with possession in their defensive zone, it's they're having real tough time getting it out of the zone. You know, when OA is pressuring them, they're having a real tough time managing the puck and trying to get it out.
This one sent out in front, did not get to Petty. OA with possession, however. 6 minutes to go, out into the high slot. A shot deflected and off the stick of Petty to the end boards.
Now here comes OA. OA keeps keeping that puck in their own possession, and they're getting some quality shots on net right now. And it's only a matter of time when, you know, Petty can't handle a rebound that they could go up by even another goal.
It's now Nick Landry on the half boards, back-ending it for El Shami in the neutral zone. He flips it into the OA zone. Peyton Sylvia and El Shami come to the Boxer bench for a change. Cruikshank and Bridges on the ice. Bridges, the right Boxer to have on the ice in these moments. In each of the last couple of games, he's got 2 goals.
Ooh, nice shot on net right there. It's a nice shot.
Someone's mouth guard went flying. Sylvia sticking it away. This will go for icing against the Tigers. 5:10 to go. Brockton turning it on in the last 90 seconds, but they've got a lot more work to do if they hope to come away with a win here.
Yeah. Well, they have to start right now. If they want to get another goal, try and tie this up. They have an offensive face-off here. They're going to have to try right here to get possession, try to score.
The errant mouth guard is picked up by Max Ward.
The more time that gets shredded off the clock is a disadvantage for Brockton right now. And always only going to hold the puck and try to win this game.
Out to Cruikshank. He launches a shot saved by Connor.
That's a good shot. They gotta keep doing that. They gotta keep getting shots on net.
It's a great way to stay in shape.
Yep. I would agree with you. Very great way to stay in shape. Keep your team in shape.
Puck deflected into the protective netting. There's a big fan base here today, and they would like the message portrayed that Saturdays are for the boys.
What are your thoughts on that, Matt?
I agree. 100%.
I think it depends on what time of year it is. If the NFL is playing, I go Sundays.
No, it's just Saturdays and Sundays.
I suppose.
I guess if you're a big college football fan, Saturdays are for the boys.
True.
I don't know what Peyton Sylvia was trying to accomplish there as he wound up to slap it around the boards, ended up attempting to fake it, and Oliver Ames just took clean possession. Now Bridges coming away with it, trying to get it over to Peter Sylvia. All the way around. Peyton now D to D to Zach. And Bridges takes the hit to get the puck into the zone yet again. Peter Sylvia fighting for it in the corner. Away around the boards, 3:52 to go. And Oliver Ames is in waste as much of the clock as you possibly can time. This is Hunter Costello. As Sylvia sending it off the glass. Aiden banging bodies with number 17, Matthew McCormick. 3.5 to go. Next 2 minutes or so, we'll keep an eye for Petty to charge to the Brockton bench for the extra attacker. Brockton has been successful a few times with the empty net. Nick Landry can't handle the pass. And Brockton is going to change out Peyton Sylvia for Justin Crookshank. One would assume Zach Sylvia stays on the ice for the next 3 minutes.
Oof. Took a
tough shot.
Tough shot right there, yeah. Big hit on him.
Oliver Ames has it, but Landry backhanding it back forward to the goal line. Crookshank now back around the boards. It's going to go all the way to Landry, who chips it high off glass. Now Zach Sylvia at the blue line. His shot off a stanchion.
Trying to set something up here.
2:20 to go.
You know, last game here at ACF, can't hold anything back.
Virtually no effect on standings or playoff rankings. The Boxers will go in with 6 or 7 wins and be one of the last seeds.
I don't know. You'd think that the late good news would have a way of sparking the team.
This is number 6 in, a shot and a save
Nice
for
save.
Petty.
Good hold on right there.
Colin Bourne on the attack for the Tigers.
No rebound there. That's good. That's good. Gotta have a goaltender like that. Can't let the rebound.
I'd rather push my luck with the face-offs than deal with the rebounds at this point.
Shot off the face-off, stick save by Petty. Crookshank carrying to the end boards, 1:45 to go. Brockton's going to get clean possession here and take it into the Oliver Ames zone if they want to get Petty to the bench for the extra attacker. This one off of Bridges' stick to the stick of Owen Connor. Petty drifting to and from the bench. Now standing just south of the hash marks is Oliver Ames. Now he drifts back into the crease. Sticking this one away. 1:15 to go. Jalen Bridges as a shoving match ensues. Brockton with it in the neutral zone. Jalen Bridges banging it in, bouncing all the way to the end boards.
Here he
Petty
goes.
has vacated. Now they're going to send it back. He stopped. Here's at the face-off dot before Oliver Ames took it into the neutral zone.
That might be a strategy for Oliver Ames.
Now Petty makes his charge to the bench. Peyton Sylvia, the extra attacker for the Boxers. 1 minute to go. Brockton trying to claw their way back now from a 3-2 deficit. Peyton Sylvia backhanding it through. This one fluttered to Crookshank, who catches it, and his glove goes to stick.
Let's see if the last-minute strategy can pay off right here.
It's a bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off.
OA has it, and Crookshank saving a goal, at least initially. This one is going to go trickle just wide. 30 seconds to go. Brockton with it. Oliver Ames changing out their defensive pair. There's 25 seconds to go. And Zach Sylvia with it for the Boxers. He spent the last 5 minutes on the ice. Owe flipping it back into the Brockton zone. It doesn't look like Brockton's going to be able to set up anything here with now 10 seconds to go. A good save by Crookshank back out into the neutral zone. Offsides is called against the Tigers. 5.9 to go. And I'd say this one just a few ticks out of reach. Brockton has not been in the Tigers' offensive zone since Petty vacated the Brockton net.
Yep. Not too much opportunities this period as well. They were in their zone a few times. They got a few shots, but their goaltender snatched them up pretty good.
This might be the time where that outside of the game playoff situation gets to their heads.
A timeout called by Brockton as Ayton is getting very gingerly over to the Brockton bench. And so Brockton has a few games left on their slate. Walpole and Natick on that list. They had to go 4-0 with Norwood being the first game in that slate. They lost against Norwood, and one would assume they're not going to beat Super 8 hopefuls Natick and Walpole. So you really think that the Boxers overlook those games and just go straight into playoff preparation and treat those kind of as scrimmages to prepare for the playoffs?
It's possible.
Well, I mean, you know that you're now in the playoffs and trying to reserve some of your good players. Try not to, have people get hurt. You're guaranteed a seed in the playoffs. So this team has to now mentally prepare for the playoffs, but also, resting players, keeping them healthy, making sure they don't get hurt, and they're out without a good player for the playoffs.
The buzzer sounds, and this one has come to an end, guys. Brockton had a 2-goal lead. It was 2-0 at the end of the first period. Oliver Ames charging back in the second, and Brockton was unable to finish.
Yeah, and you saw the pattern throughout the rest of the first period, and the second and the third were the same for the Brockton Boxers. They didn't make their adjustments. They didn't play a full period. They didn't play, 45 minutes of hockey. They did not play 45 minutes of hockey at all.
Isaac, it came down to the goaltending. Nathan Petty gave up 2 goals off of juicy rebounds that ended up on the tape of Oliver Ames Tigers. That was the difference. We had a feeling with the Boxers making the switch, goaltending was going to be an issue here today. Talk about the Boxers' goaltending and the defense that let Petty down in front of them.
They played pretty well in the beginning, but like Alex said, you really have to play a full game of hockey. And it just seems like they had a lot of momentum in the beginning, but they just got tired. I think they could do some work on conditioning.
Yeah,
I think.
Boxer's style of play tonight was trying to get a goal at the end of the period. Like, let's turn on at the end of the period. And in hockey, that doesn't work. That's not how you play good hockey. You play good hockey throughout the whole game. And they didn't play good hockey. They played sporadic hockey. They were good here, but they weren't good here. And then they were really good there. But then, lackluster, very lackluster tonight.
3-2 your final score. We're going to go down and talk to head coach Chris Cunningham and get his thoughts on today's effort. All right, we're here with Coach Chris Cunningham. You were up 2-0 after the first period, and then Oliver Ames came charging back. Talk about the effort here today.
I thought our effort was one of the best of the year. We took that penalty, which was kind of a momentum shift when they scored that goal. But I knew it was going to be tough. We kind of snuck up on them in the first period. I knew they were going to come back with a lot in the second. And I thought we didn't think we'd have a bad period. We the penalty, the power play goal, and then just bad luck with a bounce of a puck over there, the breakaway. But it was a battle right down to the end, and against a very good team. I thought we battled right till the end. Petty played his best game in net for us. He was really good and square to the pucks. A lot of them hit him right in the chest, and that shows that he's tracking the puck really well. So I was really proud of his game.
The defense had a couple of swings where Oliver Ames had lengthy zone time. Talk about those breaks in the defense and the laps that led to a couple of the goals.
I think they gave us a hard time. They were pinching on the wall, and they were giving us a real hard time. But to our credit, we did kind of keep our composure and keep them on the wall. But yeah, I mean that wore us down a bit, and it really disrupted our breakout.
So, before the Norwood game, we talked, and the whole strategy was you got to go 4-0 to get into the playoffs. You lost to Norwood, but before that game, you got the good news that the MIAA ruled that you're in the dance. So, not that you're looking past the next 4 games at that point, but you've now gone 0-2. Do you kind of look past Walpole and Natick and prepare for the playoffs?
Well, I mean, we've kind of been preparing for the playoffs anyways, but no, we don't look past them. We've had periods in the last couple games where we've played well, and then other times where we've had kind of mental lapses. We talk about like hockey IQ and recognizing what's going on out there. Tonight, I didn't think that was the case at all. I thought we did a good job of recognizing what was going on, read and react. So, it was a huge improvement. No matter what the score was here today, I thought it was a huge improvement on that end. So as long as we're playing hard and we're not making mental mistakes and giving away goals, that which I thought happened in the past couple games, that we were sort of making it too easy. I thought tonight, the goals had to be earned, and so it was much improved by all 3 lines. Our second and third line probably had their best performances of the year as well. So,
last question, senior day here. Talk about the efforts and the contributions of Cruikshank, Sylvia, and Ayton.
Yeah, well, we went with 3D tonight. So Justin and Zach were on the ice most of the night. And as always, they work really, really hard, and they make a lot of plays for us. The first goal, Zach, that's what he's done all year, is get quality shots to the net. And Justin has been very solid. Good. He very rarely gets beat one-on-one, on the rush. So those 2 guys have done a great job on D. And Frank has been, our leading scorer. He's always first guy on the puck whenever the puck's dumped in his corner. So he's always doing the little things, and he contributes not only with the points, but, with the physical play.
Coach, thanks. We'll see you in the dance.
All right.
For everyone here at Brockton Community Access, our cameraman Mike the Postman Simmons, my broadcast partners Alex Wish, Isaac Litt, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. We'll see you in the playoffs.